Our hearts go out to everyone impacted by the devastating Los Angeles wildfires. In these challenging times, we've witnessed the incredible strength of Californians. Communities coming together, supporting one another, and standing strong. If you or someone you know is feeling overwhelmed, the California Peer Run Warm Line is here to help. Available 24/7, our trained peer counselors, individuals who faced and overcome life's toughest challenges, are ready to provide confidential emotional support. Call or text us anytime at 855-600-WARM. That's 855-600-9276. If you're in a suicide crisis, don't wait. Call or text 988 for immediate support. And for wildfire recovery resources, reach out to CalHOPE at 833-317-HOPE. That's 833-317-4673. Learn more about the California Peer Run Warm Line at mentalhealthsf.org/warm-line. The California Warm Line is made possible through the support of the California Department of Healthcare Services.
Yeah, you just create friendships with people that are open. And that's the thing. When you can really, truly be who you are and find your people, your life changes because you can so authentically feel good about the person you are, you know?
Welcome to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Here's your host, Marcus.
Welcome to another episode of Secrets of a Sugar Daddy, the number one sugar dating podcast in the world, where we pull back the curtains on the good and the bad. And Lily,
the adventurous stories of sugar dating.
Yeah, a lot of times, but the shocking stories of sugar dating. I just love those boots. Every time you wear those, I can't stop staring at these boots. You gonna throw those on Patreon?
I can.
We got to get a group picture after this.
I may have posted them before, but it's been a minute.
It doesn't matter. They're stunning. We're all just staring at Lily's boots.
They're very festive.
Yeah.
They're sparkly red and silver.
Mm-hmm.
Sexy.
So, Lily, have you got the list started yet for Sugarpalooza 6? Because it's coming up. We're in the new year. Sugarpalooza 6 is going to hit us before we know it. It's in June 21st through 23rd. Mm-hmm. Shakira. I've been seeing lots of stuff in her about, in the news, she's getting all ready for her tour because she wasn't ready the first time around. So that's why we had to postpone it. But she is ready. We're going to see her. We've got the owner's suite. I'm really excited about that because not only do we have one of the best suites in the stadium, we get our private bartender. I think most excited about that.
Does that make you feel posh?
Yeah, I'm just pretty excited about that. Well, when I pour my own drinks, they're a hot mess. But, somebody professional to do it, and it'll be fun.
It was a nice perk at the last party for the mixer.
Yeah. So if you guys want to come to Sugarpalooza 6, applications are open on our website. Go to secretsofasugardaddy.com. Hit the party tab. All the information is there. But just to sum it up really quick, it's 3 days, 2 nights in lovely Scottsdale, Arizona. All free for the sugar babies. And then we've got a mixer the night before the concert. We're putting the details together on that. Then a pre-party at my house. I've got kind of a small house, but it holds a pre-party. We're going to get to our guests in a minute who enjoyed our party at my house. Then we got a party bus, big old bus, going to take us down to Footprint Arena, downtown Phoenix. We're going to offload from there, go into our private suite. And if you've never watched a concert from a private suite, it is like flying first class. We got our own private bartender, all you can drink, all you can eat. They'll also have a nice buffet with good food. We're going to get to see Shakira. Mm-hmm. Everybody's really excited for that. Then the party bus takes us home, and then the party continues at my house till who knows when.
I know when.
You know when?
Until the cows come home.
Until the cows come. And then the next day we're going to have a brunch and start taking people to the airport. Some people hang on. It's up to you. The party can continue, whatever. I got to go back to work, boys and girls, but we'll see. Anyway, applications are open. Now, if you're a sugar daddy and you want to attend, I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. For that information, just message me at info@secretsofasugardaddy.com or Patreon or Instagram. Now, if you're a Patreon member, women and men, you're going to get priority judging when it comes to the application. So that is free to join. And it's at patreon.com/Secrets of a Sugar Daddy podcast. It's a lot of fun. The community chats are great. Behind the scenes videos and photos. We got lots of good stuff from the last party on there. We're loading up more material than we ever have now, and it's really going. And you're just going to really enjoy that. Now, the tiers start at only $10 a month. It's very, very cheap. I have a tea in my hand that I bought next door, and it was basically $10. So one little drink.
I'm telling you, Scottsdale beverages are pricey.
It's really good, though. I woke up with a little bit of a raspy voice this morning, so if I sound extra sexy. Anyway, patreon.com. I have a link to it at our website and at the bottom of this description. Okay. Anything else?
No.
All right, so
I'm just putting my seatbelt on because I feel like we're in for a wild ride.
Buckle up, boys and girls. We have not one, but two guests in the studio today. We have a sugar baby and a sugar daddy. They both took part in various senses in our last party, but welcome Carey, our sugar baby, who came from
Thank you so much.
Chicago.
Chicago. It is 7 degrees in Chicago right now.
Oh my God,
I'm so happy to be here.
I think it's going to be close to 70 here today,
It's
maybe 68,
perfection.
66.
It could be 40 and I would feel like it's summer. I just said, I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to get my bathing suit on and lay out after this.
Yeah, so you just got into town when yesterday?
Last night, and I'm leaving tomorrow.
Well, you're
Short
not gonna-
stay, 2 nights, but
Now, you came in to
We
see
get it in.
your sugar daddy or
my
what?
daddy,
Well, we'll go
my
ahead.
main squeeze.
Oh, man.
Yes.
I feel like we're losing control of this already. Well, we're
I
gonna
can't even look over at him. I'm like, you're so bad.
we're
Oh my
gonna
God.
welcome Buzz to the show. This is something new for you, right?
It is.
Welcome to
Way new.
Now, where are you from?
Up norte somewhere, take off your hosers.
Oh, okay. For you guys that can
The
understand
great
that.
outdoors.
Oh, yeah. He gave a pretty damn good clue. How long are you in town?
I'm here for another 10 days or so.
Oh, nice. Well,
This time,
enjoy
Yeah.
the beautiful, beautiful weather that we're having here. How did you guys coordinate you coming down and the whole bit?
This is our 4th time traveling together, believe it or
Really?
not. Yeah, we met in October on the site, not on Seeking on
Okay, so you
Sugar
met
Daddy.
like 3 months ago. Or
Yeah,
so.
we met October.
only a couple weeks before your party.
Really?
Yeah.
That's when you guys met.
Yeah. I feel like we've known each other for a lifetime.
It's been pretty
freaking
electric
weird,
since, yeah.
but yeah.
Well, this girl's a ball of fire. Now, let's get into the story of how you're even here.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't even know where to begin. A year ago, it was January, and I was out with my girlfriends at lunch, and they're like, Carey, we are so sick of you dating losers. You are taking care of men. You are doing everything for all these men in your life. All you do is get worn thin. That's sort of been my whole life and history with men. And a couple bottles of wine in at a restaurant, and my girls are like, you need a sugar daddy. I didn't even know what that meant. I'm not going to lie.
Now you know.
Now give us your age.
Real good. I'm 44. I'll be 45 next week.
Yeah, she's a bombshell, right, Lily?
Thank you.
Oh, she's so smoking.
So is Lil. Oh,
She's
all the
smoke
girls.
show.
All the girls are so hot.
Amen.
Thanks, babe. So it's funny. They started a profile for me on sugardaddy.com, and I didn't even know about Seeking at that point, to be honest. So they look up Sugar Daddy, and they're like, oh my God, there's a website for it. You can go on. It's like a dating site. So get off of Tinder. Do this. I mean, I had no idea what was in store for me. My life has completely changed in 1 year. It's the craziest thing ever.
Nobody had any idea what was in store. I didn't, Lily.
Exactly. And your life changes for the better. I mean, I've heard your podcast. I'm getting to know you a little bit. And it's just been an amazing, wild ride. And honestly, 95% positive experiences with a couple weirdos sprinkled in between. Let's not go.
Well, that's what makes it interesting.
Weirdos
The
happen.
weirdos are those are the stories for sure.
But I'm sure you found plenty of weirdos on Tinder.
Holy crap. Oh, God. Well, just more losers than weirdos. You know, I mean, I was going for the hottest, youngest. I mean, I was just getting it in, you know, but what does that have at the end of the day?
Honing her skills.
Literally.
Yes. Honing in on my craft,
Pun
if you will.
intended. She was getting it in.
Getting it in real good. But you know what? At the end of the day, sorry. See, here I go.
Yeah, it took a whole 5 minutes to lose complete control of the show.
I knew this was going to happen. Like, no,
that's great.
That's what happens. So I got on the site. It started with a really amazing experience and date. I mean, there's so many that could lead up to me meeting Buzz. He's my main guy right now. We just have such a chemistry, and it's so great. And I feel like we've known each other forever. He knows this. Sexually, like, our chemistry is off the charts, and just emotionally, you know, he has a really cool sort of rock and roll lifestyle, if you will, or did in the past. So I can relate to that. I own a bar. My life is wild in its own sense, much calmer than it used to be, but we just get along.
Wait,
like,
your life is calmer now?
oh, I'm calm now.
Oh my goodness.
I'm really calm now, I swear. It's been an amazing, wild ride, to say the least.
Okay, so you got on about a year ago then?
Yeah, so 1 year. I'm
Okay.
1 year, and I was on Seeking January 12th because you could see your original start date or whatever.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, it's been a year. It's been amazing.
And then how did we meet? How did you meet me?
So oh God.
This is where it gets kinda
This could
crazy.
be like, okay, this was the craziest shit ever. So Marcus reaches out to me on Seeking, and he says, would you be interested in coming? Yeah, well, a lot of men do. You get 100 messages a day, whatever. So I don't even know why I'd messaged you. It wasn't your face or anything. It was sort of your back in a concert. I remember your picture. And he's like, would you be interested in going to a concert in Arizona? And I was like, well, gave you my spiel. I just send the copy and paste thing. I do something a little like I'm listening to what you're saying, but here's my standard go-to. And I don't know if you ended up saying something about the podcast right away, but I think you did. You said,
Yeah, we got into it fairly
I run
quick,
a podcast. And I'm like, no way. That's so interesting. I went to a sex party right when I got on the site. Now, mind you, I've never done anything crazy in my life. Like, I didn't even have a threesome till this last year. Like,
I'm having a
popped
really
the
hard
cherry.
time buying that.
No, I did it.
I'm
You
crying
guys,
bullshit.
I was married for, I think, 18 years, close to 18 years.
Once you pop the cork.
Totally faithful, super insecure, guys. Never wanted to push that envelope. I had tried. And so, yeah, none of that ever happened. And I was totally on the fence with marriage, love being in a relationship, whatever. So once I got to let loose,
You let
I
loose.
let loose.
Yes, you did.
So I meet a guy. He was one of my first daddies or whatever. A guy in Chicago, great guy. And then he takes me we had met the first time. The second time he had met me with a couple of his other like sugar babies, I guess. And one of the girls that was there, and I can't remember her podcast name, but she was like, oh, you should go on this podcast. You have such a big personality. You would be great on there. I'm telling her my stories, the couple of things I had been through at that point. And she's like, oh my God, you would be so good on there, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, that's so funny. She sends me her episode. Never looked at the name of it or anything. Forgot about it. Months go by. Months and months go by. And then he mentions like having a podcast. I'm like, so funny. I met this girl at this sex party dinner that I was at, and she said she was on a podcast in Texas. And you're like, yeah, I don't think there's one in Texas. Lo and behold, it's the same podcast. She knows you. I'm like, what a small freaking world it is.
Yeah.
The sugar bowl is a community.
So then
for
you
sure.
figured out it was real.
It was real. Yep.
I get rejected all the time. People think I'm
You're
like trying to scam
bullshitting,
them
yeah.
or bullshit them. And
Yeah.
like little they know, they're missing out.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a whole different world here, especially. And with the podcast, I mean, oh my gosh, fast forward after the party, you just become such good friends with these people. It's so crazy. So it's been a whirlwind journey.
Yeah. So we talked. I invited you down. I think we even paid your airfare, didn't we?
Yes, you did. It was lovely.
How-
and
how nice
honestly,
was that?
that was so nice. Honestly, I don't know if I would have gone if you didn't.
Right.
It's like at this point, I'm used to getting treated a certain, once you start to hone in on it. Yeah.
Okay, so
As Buzz is throwing out his $100 bills. Thank you.
Yeah.
when you came down to the party, you had
Yeah.
already met Buzz previously?
Just a couple weeks.
So we had, yes. And I think we had gone out twice. And then you said something, I'm like such an open book. Sometimes I think I should keep things private because I didn't even have to tell him about the party. But I was like, this is going to be great. Maybe you should come.
Well, we talked about the fact that I had a house in Phoenix, too.
Yes,
So there was
that's
the
okay.
Yes.
God's piece, yeah.
So, and what happened? I sort of took it back.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so our first date was just dinner, and
was hot.
intro. It was pretty magnetic.
Can I tell them about the first date, though?
Please,
So
I want to hear
sexy.
about the first date.
This is what a good daddy does, okay? From the get-go, I knew we were going to have chemistry. Like, he honestly walked into the restaurant. I had parked my car already, so I was standing in there. And the second he came through those revolving doors, we looked at each other, and I was like, oh, shit, this is going to be trouble. I just knew it. Like, we have a certain vibe with each other. We laugh so much together. It's so fun. And we have a significant age difference, let's be honest.
What is that age gap?
So I'm
30 years.
yeah, 30.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
he looks so
Alejandra-
good. He's 73. Does he not look so good?
Oh my God.
I know.
I would have never guessed that.
I wouldn't have
Yeah,
either.
I
Yeah.
know.
And
He's
I
so hot.
have dated a 70-year-old and a 72-year-old, and you look far younger than
I
either one of
eclipsed
them.
both of them.
Absolutely.
He does.
You look far younger.
Yeah,
thank you.
he does. And he
Appreciate
acts
that.
far younger. Like, he's really just so young in spirit and in heart, and that's why we
I
get
let
along.
my inner child play.
We never grow
To
up,
say
do we?
the least.
I hate to.
Yes, no, so good.
The details behind the Diddy indictment, Taylor Swift's stalkers, Jerry Lee trying to kill Elvis. Disgraceland dives into the dark side of entertainment every Tuesday. Follow and listen to Disgraceland on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You're listening to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Now back to the show with your host, Marcus.
But yeah, so he came in the restaurant. I was trying to dress to the nines, had it going on. And he was so sweet. We sat down, we went to Gibson's. It's great. It's a great steakhouse in the city. We were in Oak Brook. He was so nice. He had a box for me, and it was this beautiful gold necklace. And
Wow.
underneath
On the
it,
first
on the
date?
very first date,
You only get one chance to make first impression.
thank you. This is what every
love
man needs
that.
to be doing. And he didn't have to give it to me. If the vibe wasn't there, he probably wouldn't have. But, a half an hour into our conversation, whatever. And had my little donation underneath in the box. So it made it so casual and comfortable for me because that's always awkward, let's be honest. So it was just so sexy. I was so turned on by the end of dinner. I'm like, let's fucking go. So, of course, we had an amazing evening after that and
Well,
parted
I tried
ways.
to have
And
the room prepped too.
yeah. Just tell him about that. I'll tell him about that.
Okay, so
Candles, like wine. Oh my God, it was
was
so
this
hot.
in Chicago?
Yeah, so it was in
okay.
Oak Brook, which is
So
a
he
little-
came to you.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's
which is
very
a
chivalrous.
ways, by the way. But
Yeah.
Couple hours.
It's all
Yeah, and we see each other. I mean, we try to see each other it's probably every 10 days, really. It's not every other
Ish.
week, but 10 days ish. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's fun.
That's got to be a little challenging.
It's fun. I mean, the challenge is on his end, and I'm more than happy. I'm always like, I will drive to you. I will meet you halfway. Do whatever to make it work for him too. He takes care of me. I want
no.
to take care of him. So it just goes both ways. I know he's a
so then
gentleman.
we went back to candles and music and
Yeah.
wine, and it was
Fun. Sexy,
Nice.
sexy fun. Yeah. Yeah. And the
So
rest
that
is
was
history.
That was a good opener.
Yes, it was.
And then I think we had maybe one more date before the party when
Mm-hmm.
we traveled right away. I think, didn't we? She
Oh.
had never experienced EDM
He's a big
music.
EDM guy,
she
which
mentioned-
is so
we
funny.
were talking about venues, and she had never been to Red Rocks, so we flew out to Red
He
Rocks.
took me
and-
for an overnighter at Red Rocks. We had the
Nice.
best
You know Red
time
Rocks?
ever.
I don't.
That's in Colorado?
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
it's
Red
like
Rocks
the-
is one of the premier venues in the country.
Oh
I've
my
heard of
God.
it.
Awesome.
We
I've
got
never
like
been.
backstage treatment. We got to go like through the caves,
That
and
is
then
cool.
it was so amazing. And then come out through the sound area, come out or like whatever it was, the lighting, whatever was going on there, and you are just right in the center of the stage. And there's the lights, the dance. I immediately started bawling my eyes out. I'm like, holy shit!
I
Like,
really wanted to go.
It is the coolest.
Alejandra and I were in Colorado, and we wanted to go. And you know who was playing while we were there? Sammy Hagar. I mean, I would have just.
Oh, that's a small world thing too, right?
You were there?
You got to hear
no,
this story
No, but
after, maybe.
I've worked many times with
Yeah.
Sammy.
Oh, I'm sure. Matter of fact, he's playing.
He's tonight.
Yeah.
In
Is it tonight
Scottsdale.
or
Yeah.
tomorrow?
Yeah, he's at Barrett Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were just at Cabo Wabo a couple months ago.
at his
Down
at
in-
his
down in
place.
Cabo
It's
San
I was
Lucas,
wondering
yeah.
if that was still there.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool. Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, so then I ended up telling him, I think, about the party in Colorado. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to this party. He's like, well, I would go, And then,
Until she uninvited me. Yeah.
well, a couple days pass. And the reason I uninvited
And
you,
the wine wore off.
the drinks wore off, back to reality, back to being a mom at home. I'm like, no, I'm doing this on my own. No, and I really wanted to I've been trying this last year to push myself outside my comfort zone, and going to a party where you don't know 50 people and just saying, I'm here alone without a crutch, without anybody. I can be on my own. I could stand on my own 2 feet. So that's really why I went alone more than anything, because I would have loved to have you there. And now anytime here on forward, I know what the party is. I was so going into the dark. I'm like, what is this? I don't know what's going to happen. I'm so nervous.
All right, let's talk a little bit about your experience there. So what happened?
It was amazing. So the first night, it was just 40 beautiful, for how many, 40 women?
Something like that.
Like a lot of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life.
That's when I really felt uninvited.
I'm sending him pictures. He's
go
like,
ahead,
God
rub it
damn
in.
you. Oh my God. I'm sending pictures with all the girls.
So what she's talking about is the mixer, I think at the W.
Yeah, at the W.
Everybody
Yep.
was dressed up, looking great.
Dressed to the nines. The girls were beautiful. Lily's running around. This poor girl. Oh my God.
Oh,
to
Lord.
put this party together, and I'm just seeing her. I'm like, what can I do? I'll cut the chicken salad sandwiches. I'll do whatever. I'm just
man.
like trying to like help her in any way possible. But she's in her own zone, you
Those
know.
have become infamous.
Are they?
Those chicken
Your
salad
famous
sandwiches.
Chicken
Nothing
salad
better.
On the
sandwiches.
Hawaiian bread?
So good.
I'd
Oh
say
my
croissant,
God.
but it's all
Yeah, I was honestly too nervous to eat. Like, I don't think I ate one thing, and the food was so plentiful and beautiful, and I was so scared. I'm just like, oh my God, I can't even think about food right now. More liquor.
So she did 2 days of that, and then at the very end, she
Yes.
invited me to stop by.
So
Yes.
what'd you think of the way the girls treated you?
They are the nicest human beings on the planet. We are all so like-minded. There was not a prissy girl, a bratty girl. I felt like everyone was on the same page. We were all there supporting each other, lifting each other up. Still to this day now, our little side messaging board, the sugar circle or whatever. I mean, we give each other more advice and boost each other's spirits, egos, just as women, empowering women. It's the most beautiful thing ever.
Was it a
Honestly.
challenge at all that you're such an introvert?
Yeah, she fit right in.
Not at all. And nobody really was. There were some girls that were more quiet than others. I
Now,
mean, but
what did you think of your Airbnb accommodations?
oh my God, it was the best thing ever. I had the best house. I'm not
You
gonna lie.
did. You got a really good.
We
all
had the
the
best
houses
house.
were really good, but yours was extra
I loved
special.
the pool, like the pool. And I sat out there the entire day and just laid in my bathing suit. And some of the other girls from the other houses came over. It was amazing.
Yeah.
My roommates were amazing. Yeah, it was just perfection. It was perfection. I honestly, when I left, I almost cried. It's like, oh, these are my people. To know someone so little but feel so attached was such a beautiful thing. It really was.
You know, it still amazes me. I love hearing it, but we've experienced that from the very first party. Lily
Yeah.
can tell you that the very first one we held was for Dua Lipa, and she's still
So
friends with
awesome.
people that she
Yeah.
met there.
Yeah.
We had no idea what was going to happen, and then we've seen this happen over and
That's
over
amazing.
and over. So it's really cool because now we know.
Yeah.
We know what's going to happen, and it's just like watching kids on Christmas morning.
Exactly.
They just, it's such a really nice
Yes,
environment.
it's beautiful.
We know that you're going to be friends with some of these people for the
Yeah.
rest of your life.
It's a beautiful thing. In the sugar dating world in itself, it so can be mentally, physically, emotionally draining. Just the dating world in general. But
Absolutely.
like this side of things, it's business mixed with pleasure. That's the way I always think of it. As my favorite side hustle I've ever had in my life. I truly do enjoy it when you get to meet somebody that has such an impact in your life, like Buzz does to mine. It's life-changing for me. And I've met other people in the Sugar Bowl that honestly, they're lifelong friends. We may not be intimate anymore, but I think I still, to the most part, the people that mattered, or maybe I saw more than 3 times, I still talk to them.
Yeah.
Talk to them about their kids, their wives, their whatever they have going on in their life. And I feel like we may have made an impact on each other. So it's amazing.
Okay, I have a question. I may or may not have heard a little rumor that during the Sugarpalooza weekend that you may have perhaps recruited some fun playmates for your rock and roll sugar daddy.
Wait, what?
Is that true?
Fuck yeah, it is.
Let's hear. This is the shocking
He deserved
part.
it for letting me go, housing me after, letting me have that space. I was like, I'm going to treat my daddy real good after this.
Let's have some
And she
details.
did.
You don't have to name names, but
Yeah.
let's hear about this experience.
Okay, so that was never my intention going there. I never was thinking about hooking up with people. You had even mentioned, you're like, sometimes more of the girls end up making out than hooking up with the guys. So I knew I wasn't there to like hook up with men. You know, that wasn't really my intention going in there. And it wasn't my intention with women either. But you're around a bunch of sexual people. The drinks are flowing. You get those little connections with women. I also know Buzz's type of woman. So I knew if we were going to do something out of the box, I knew what he would be looking for, what he would like.
Let's pick from the primo litter.
Yes.
Now, had you, prior to this, done anything outside of the box?
No, not together.
Not with me, but
no, not we had done nothing, but I did, have done a lot of stuff in this last year. It's been crazy.
More than I want to know about, by the way.
I know.
She really opened the floodgates.
He doesn't let me tell all my stories. No, most of it is fine, but yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun exploring. Like we've talked about, like the little kinks and fetishes people have and stuff, and exploring that side of life, and it's interesting. I like.
So did we just recruit one other?
So anyway,
playmate?
so we recruited 2 playmates. They are amazing, beautiful, strong-willed, strong-minded, intelligent women. Gorgeous as
soft and curvy.
hell.
Soft and curvy.
Soft and curvy and lovely.
Very feminine.
Yes. So, yeah, I asked 2 of the girls to join us. I knew how good Buzz would treat them with his little extra sugar. So I was like, number 1, he's hot. Number 2, you're going to want to do this. And they were like, oh, hell yeah. So I got to enjoy my fun with them. He got to enjoy his fun with them. And at the end of the day, it was an amazing experience. I'm sure we'll do it again in the future. It's not something
To be treated to something like that 2 days in a row.
2 days in a
We were
row.
Yeah, they weren't. It was like one and then the other. So
I'm picturing 3 on 1.
no, there was no grappling going on. It was.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it was
one and then the other.
2
but
threesomes.
back to back. But
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
good work if you can get it.
So, yeah, we were able to bring 2 girls 2 separate days. They're aming.
This is pretty impressive stamina for a 70-year-old man.
He kills it.
I do
He
what I
is
can with what I
good,
got.
but he else. Just saying. I knew they would love it, and they did. And they both texted me, and they're like, oh my gosh, so good. So, yeah, that was our start. That was our 3rd date.
Oh my God, that was our 3rd date.
Yeah.
That was date 3.
Well, that was date 3 and 4 and 5.
3 and 4, yeah. Date 3, 4, 5.
Not that we're counting.
So, Buzz, you came to our. What did you come to? Our pre-party or
The
what was
I came
it?
to your house afterwards.
You
Yeah.
came to the brunch.
Yeah, the brunch.
What were your thoughts when she was telling you about this little shindig going on in Arizona?
Well, I'm new to this whole shtick.
Yeah, what's your story, bud?
Yeah.
Well,
Tell your story.
I've been around, but I just haven't been around here.
Yes. Yeah.
So she's my first endeavor into this
Sugar lifestyle.
business. Yes, whatever.
Really? She is the first?
She's my first sugar baby.
Isn't that crazy?
I don't know. I mean, she kind of set the bar high.
It's dangerous territory to be in,
Yeah.
for sure.
Said
Yeah.
I'm so glad it was your first though, because I'm genuinely a good person that doesn't take advantage of men.
Yeah.
I really try to make your experience even better than mine. So it's been so great that we met each other.
Well, and
you
as
know?
I said, you only get one chance to make a first impression. So now my impression of this, I'm an overachiever. So, I've started to kind of go off. I got into the podcast. I signed up for the Patreon, just doing,
Nice.
But,
he dives in deep
well,
when he does something. He does
it's initiated a kind of a metamorphosis in me where I've come to finally accept who I really am.
Yeah.
Because I've been bluffing my way through relationships and stuff for quite a while in an attempt to be monogamous.
Gotcha.
And that's not really the way I'm wired when you get right down to it. So I've started exploring this whole thing, and we've had a great time. Freaking awesome time.
So, have you been married?
Yes,
How many times?
twice.
What happened?
Well, technically, I'm married right now.
Okay.
I've been separated for some time.
Okay.
But I'm married right now, and I got some kids. Yeah,
Oh, wow. That's a lot of kids.
that's a lot of kids.
It's more than one hand of kids. I'm not going to disclose the number, but
Yeah, well,
a great
as I
dad.
say, it might be small in caliber, but shoot straight. So
My Lord.
I love it.
So anyway, yeah, so, but I've been just kind of trying to get my head around this whole thing because it's pretty new to me, right? So it's been a bit of a process. Now, a benefit is this is probably the most obsequious tart I've ever met in my life. I mean, so,
Right.
so she kind of helped initiate my experimentation, if you will, into the norms that go against social mores, right? So
She's got you doing things you never anticipated.
no, it's things I always did. It's just a different way.
She boosted you over that edge.
Yeah, over the, I don't even call it denial, but, just keeping it in my fourth compartment was one thing, and getting out of that and accepting the fact that I was probably never meant to be monogamous when you get right down to it, But I certainly played the part.
You sure tried.
I tried. I never did it well, though. I've done some things that other men might be ashamed of, but it's because it's the way I was wired. I was always that way.
Yeah.
So it's been an interesting little
Journey.
road to walk for the last few months. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I don't know where it'll take me. We'll see.
You're listening to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Now back to the show with your host, Marcus.
So, since taking on this wildfire,
Yes.
have you gone on meet and greets or dates with any other
I have
sugar
not.
babies?
I
No.
have not. I've been on the sites, dabbling with communication.
And I'm not opposed to that.
Whatnot, yeah. But I haven't really, well, for one thing, with all of the other things going on in my life, and then trying to keep a bridle on this one.
Good
Keep
luck.
the reins on me.
I know.
You know?
It's just been a lot. So we've been talking about her on the site, because I've kind of hinted
He has a
around
hard time with me being
Well,
on the site
a little
still.
bit,
He does.
But because this has been, the gravity
Yeah.
here is pretty intense. So I've struggled with that a little bit, and she says that it's just the fun of the banter with some people, and she doesn't go as far as my mind would think she does. So, but that's what I am kind of engaging in, if anything, on the sites, is just, reaching out, see where it goes. If there's some
Yeah.
communication, if something were to sound really attractive to me, well, I might be willing to act on that. I don't go on there every day. I don't go, it's so.
And he knows I'm very transparent with him too. He knows he's not my only person. I have a very small, really now a small circle, but there's a couple other guys that I see, and honestly, it's great. We have a great relationship, and it's much more of we have electricity that is undeniable. So the other guys that I see, they know about Buzz. They knew I was coming here. They are so respectful of what I have with him. So ours is more of it's still a friendship with the other men, and it's great, and there's still, you have that connection or a sexual connection, whatever, but then it comes and goes, where ours is more of a relationship based type of deal. I mean, I think we both know that, that's why I'm here with him. That's why he's the only one to travel with. There's certain things, but financially, it's changed my life. It's been completely life-changing for me. So those are things I'm not willing to give up easily. So, he has to understand at the end of the day, there is a business aspect to it.
Well, she's got a life to maintain.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a single mom of 4, so at the end of the day,
Single
and
mom of 4?
I have 4 children, yeah.
How old are your children?
Yeah, 19, 18, 13, and 11.
Wow.
Yeah, I have my little guy special needs, so that's a handful in itself. He's amazing. But yeah, I have my hands full with very little help.
Don't ask my ages, because I have to get a spreadsheet out.
Oh, goodness, I know.
I don't even remember all their ages and the grandkids. He's got such a beautiful
What's
family.
your youngest child?
18.
18 and up. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
my oldest is 50 and my youngest is 18.
It's a big
Wait, you have an
spread.
18-year-old?
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing
what?
math here.
Yeah, I know, right?
See, there's still hope for you, Marcus.
I know, right?
Come on, Marcus.
can still produce an heir.
Alejandra. One baby.
See, I'm 50. I'm about to turn 57, and she's
She's ready.
she's like,
She's ready.
We were talking about babies at breakfast, and I said to her, kind of deadpan, I went, so you don't want to have my baby?
I'm like, oh, hell no. You gotta go. If you're even contemplating that, goodbye. I've done my part. I'm ready for grandkids more than anything.
Well, it's all good, because I really don't want more
Thank
babies.
you,
anyway,
honey.
yeah.
Don't scare me.
Who was
but
it?
a lot of men do.
What actor had it at age 80?
You were just saying this.
It was,
Al Pacino.
yeah, Al Pacino.
I mean, that's
Was it?
insane. That's insane. What are you doing? What are you doing?
But then I don't know if you've seen this thing on the internet at all. It's Paul McCartney's rent versus own scenario. Have you ever seen that one?
No.
I was telling her about that this morning too. So
What's more expensive, a wife or a
it's
sugar
picture
baby,
of Heather
basically?
Mills, right? Who's just making this ugly rag and face, yelling like that,
Which is his
And then
ex-wife,
and then
right?
there's a picture of this. I think her name was Kristen. This olive-skinned, gorgeous hottie that Elliot Spitzer $4,000 an hour escort that Elliot Spitzer got busted with.
Wow.
And then it goes into the math of what Paul McCartney paid out in a $49 million divorce settlement. And it breaks down, if Paul McCartney got laid every night of their 5-year marriage, it cost him $23,000 a day or whatever.
Oh, wow.
A pop.
That was a really high depo.
Yeah, but then Elliot Spitzer,
the
who
depo.
paid $4,000 for a girl who can wrap her legs all the way around you and can, does anything you want, whenever you want, all of that stuff. And then it does the math that Elliot Spitzer saved $41 million by going
Girls
with the
cost
olive skin
money.
hottie
That's the
rental
story.
versus the divorce settlement at $49 million. That's kind of funny. Yeah.
Rent versus own. I love it.
Exactly.
What
Yeah.
an analogy.
It's out there.
I'll be the rental all day long. I love it. It's great, and that's funny too, because that's the thing. At first, I really struggled being intimate with married men because, I think karma's a thing, and I'm like, oh God, if I ever get in a relationship again, is this something that's going to come back to bite me in the ass? But I really truly believe that everyone has their needs. I'm not judgmental. I love being married. I love people that are married, but if you're not getting the happiness you need or deserve in that relationship, can I provide that to you? And then you go back and you're a little happier. And in turn, it helps me. It's helpful for me. And then I get those emotional feelings, the sexual satisfaction. And at the end of the day, I get to go home and not deal with any shit.
You don't have to deal with that shit.
It's sort of nice. But it's still something I struggle with a little bit. So I'm always, I'm always thinking about, do I go in a different direction, whatever. But right now I'm just happy doing what I'm doing. So,
Sowing those wild oats.
sowing oats, baby.
Sowing those
Still?
wild oats.
How much longer do you have?
So what are you guys' plans for while you're in Arizona?
So I'm leaving tomorrow morning. He's actually back to family life later.
Well, a little bit, yeah. A little,
Yeah, so we'll have our fun the rest of the afternoon, evening. We'll have dinner maybe if you guys want to go out to dinner. But yeah, we'll have our fun.
I can't go to dinner.
And we'll have, what are you doing tonight?
We're going to Disney on Ice.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be
Oh, are you really?
fun with the
Yeah,
kids,
yeah.
grandkids. Oh,
Yeah.
I've done that. It's amazing.
Otherwise,
That
I
sounds
would
fun.
love to go to dinner with you guys.
Next time.
Next
I'll be
time.
here. I'll be here next month, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's coming and staying in February, so I'll make sure I get here again for sure.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so we'll do that tonight and just maybe, maybe even meet up with some people, whatever. And then I'll leave bright and early in the morning. I don't want to go. I'm
Back
not
to
ready.
reality.
yeah, and the cold.
So sad. It's so cold.
I think the cold is worse than reality on some levels.
Yeah.
Now, did I miss this? Are you working up there, or you just?
So I own a bar and grill. I've owned a bar for the last 16 years.
You've owned a bar.
I own
for
a bar.
16 years.
Yeah, me and my little sister. Yeah, we opened when we were 28 and 26 years old.
And how's
So
that going?
It's amazing.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the best business. So great. I've definitely been more hands off this last year because this has honestly been consuming my life, sort of. I'm also the same as Buzz. Like when I do something, I want to be the best at it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be a sugar baby. I'm going to be the best sugar baby, be the most successful. I'm going to be the most profitable. I'm going to, so like I dove in.
Now, you didn't have any of those patrons hitting you up wanting to be your sugar
Oh,
daddy?
they know. Some of them know because when you're on Seeking, especially, and I don't hide my face or anything, I'm just all out there. I've had people come into the bar and they're like, "Oh my God, I saw you. What would it take? What do you want? I'll give you
What would it
anything.
take?
What would it take? I'll give you anything."
I can answer that.
Oh my God.
What does it take, Buzz?
Oh God.
Are we on PPM allowance? What have we got going on?
Well, we're on PPM right now, but I try to make it a liberal PPM.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
he does a good job.
And
Let's say that.
the reason that it's not the other arrangement is because it's a little bit sporadic in
Yeah.
our ability to see
Yeah.
each other. So
We had talked about it, and it's weird with an allowance. I feel like me being such a people pleaser, I would feel such pressure if he's giving me this chunk of change in the beginning of the month, and I'm thanks, right? But if he's giving me this, and then I couldn't see him as much, or he couldn't see
that's
me,
an issue.
I would feel so bad. I don't want to take anything I don't deserve,
Right.
So
you
like.
could issue a credit memo.
Yeah. Credit. You see me the whole month of August. That's it. No, but I would just feel the pressure, and I'm like, I don't need any more stress in my life. So right now, what we have works. He knows he's a priority. I've never not traveled when he's asked me. I put my life on hold for him, and I have a very busy life. But but he makes it worth it, you know, emotionally, sexually, and financially. It's all there. He's the top
She
tier.
moved her company Christmas party to go to Sedona
Yes,
with me
I
a
did.
few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Really?
Nice.
I had to reschedule 16 of my employees to make that happen. And
Was
it was
that
the
your
best.
I can
First
only
time
hope
to
it was worth
Sedona?
it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing.
How was Sedona?
It was, where did we stay? What was that place called? It was,
La Berger or something like that.
it was like this French little, oh my God. It was
Her
so,
own cabin kind of thing. Yeah.
it was the best. You wake up and go out on the patio and it's the most beautiful sight. I did a yoga class in the morning. Then we did a sound bath together, which I shouldn't have invited him, honestly. He always has some smart ass comments to say. I'm trying not to laugh. We're like laying there as this lady's like rubbing these bowls. I'm just
I
like,
had a very minimal snore.
And then he falls asleep and starts snoring in the middle of the class. I'm like kicking him.
It was a
like,
little
oh
one.
my
It was momentary.
It was relaxing.
That's hilarious. I have never done a sound bath.
It was cool, actually.
Was it?
It was a little distracted. I mean, obviously, I was more worried about the other people. I'm like, oh my God, babe, stop snoring. Like, so obvious. But no, we had so
I'll
much
take
fun.
any opportunity for a nap. I'm going to be upfront about that. I
It
love
was a
naps,
great
okay?
nap
Hey.
moment.
We old people like our naps.
I
So
mean,
naps,
it's
yeah.
great. Well, and that's what I love about our relationship too, because I'm old. I don't want or feel the need to stay out till 2 or 3 in the morning. I want to be in bed by 10 o'clock. So we always will
Exhausted,
go
though.
out
Exhausted at
exhausted. I
10
mean,
o'clock,
thoroughly exhausted and, drained, if you will.
well, she's great for you, Buzz, because she's age appropriate.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's a bombshell, so you got to be walking around so proud of what you've got.
Oh, we get the
Absolutely.
stairs.
Oh, I imagine.
We get this. Last night, where did we go? What was the restaurant we went to?
Where the heck did we?
It was in Phoenix. It was called
Hillstone.
Oh, Hillstone.
Oh God,
Hillstone's a
That's-
sugar daddy, sugar
Oh,
baby.
thank
Yeah,
you.
place
It's
anyway.
right by my
I
house.
didn't really know that, though. Yeah.
We're there, and I'm like, oh,
I was just
we
there.
Just were people watching for
Yeah.
half an hour. We're standing at the bar. I'm like, oh, look at that one. Look at that sugar baby. I'm like, oh my God, is
That's-
this what people do here? This is
Yeah.
great.
Well, we went another time to Va Bene down in Chandler, and that's on Friday nights. I thought it was a cougar bar, but
looked like
the
it.
girls that she
I fit
knew
right
said,
in.
that's a sugar baby place too. So.
Yeah, some of the girls from the party were like, oh, it's like a sugar baby bar.
I
And was
haven't
like,
heard of that
oh.
one.
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Haven't done
Yeah,
that
Friday
one.
and Saturday nights they have bands too, so it's
Nice.
Yeah.
not a bad.
That was a fun one. But yeah, dinner was great last night. I love going out with him. I like the stairs, Sometimes you'll see a lady sort of like talking shit or something. I just like
happened
wink at her and walk
breakfast.
past.
That happened at breakfast. She was coming back from the ladies' room, and there was a couple sitting behind her across the aisle, and I saw the woman go to the man. You got to take a look at this. When we got up to leave, he tried to discreetly look, but his wife or girlfriend, whoever that was, cued him up to say, check this out.
Yeah, they know. They know
Well,
the dynamic. Well, and he pulls up in his car, he's got everything going on. He's got it made.
You've seen Alejandra. I get the same shit.
Oh yeah, I'm
I mean,
sure
it's
she's
Very,
stunning.
it's enriching.
I see
on
people,
some level,
put their hand on their mouth going, oh,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God, look at that.
Exactly.
Look at
I'm
that
like,
sugar
look at
daddy.
everyone talking about us. Like
I
it's
think
so
it's kinda
awkward,
fun.
but I like it sort of.
It's fun.
It's interesting to
Yeah.
say the least.
So, I mean, we're 29 years apart. You guys are
Yeah,
30.
so it's about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but you get it.
You're listening to Secrets of a Sugar Daddy. Now back to the show with your host, Marcus.
I've told this story. Matter of fact, we were just in Vegas, and I told this story on a podcast. It'll be coming out soon. But we were guests. I took her to the car dealership, and the first thing the sales guy says to me, he goes, "Okay, I'm assuming this is your daughter."
Right.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so awkward. Oh my
like-
God. But you roll with it, The good
Yeah.
thing here, it seems so much more prominent here in Arizona than it is like in Chicago. It's different. You don't see that dynamic as much. I don't know why, but it's just different. So
You see it a lot here. You see it a lot in Vegas, and I think you probably see it a lot in LA.
Most definitely. I agree. Chicago has more sexual freaks than anywhere
yes,
else.
I have heard this.
I am telling you, like Chicago sexuality is off the chain.
Why is that?
I don't know.
'Cause I
We're
think you're
cold
right.
and bored.
It's got to be the cold.
The cold. Yeah, I think
You
you,
have
just
to
And the
like
wind.
Yeah, the cold. The wind gets you going.
You have to find indoor activities.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you have to find things that
Okay,
you.
I know we're running out of time, but tell me about this sex party you went to in Chicago. As your first sex party.
Yeah, it was my first sex party. It was fun. It's not something I really need to do again. You know, like fun things are fun once in a while. Look at he's covering his ears. He doesn't even want to hear about it.
He doesn't want to know.
He gets jealous.
I've
I get
heard it
jealous
already,
too.
but yeah.
No, I ended up bringing, it was at one of my first sugar daddies. Well, I can call him a sugar daddy, but we had seen each other like 3 or 4 times. So it was at his house. He had hosted it. Some of the sugar babies you guys probably know were there.
I think so.
And they're big into that lifestyle, which is amazing. Everyone has their own thing, and I loved it. Oh my gosh, felt very much at home. Then I ended up bringing, he's like, well, you can, if you want to come, and like without the arrangement, you know, like I can bring a guy and then he could be there with me. So I chose the freaking hottest guy I knew on Seeking. And I knew he was big into that lifestyle. He was like in his early 30s. This guy was just a rock star, you know, and he was very good at what he did. And he was with a girl for 8 years that they were big swingers, went on swinger cruises, did all this stuff. So they had recently broken up and I was like, I'm going to take you and just show you some of that old school fun. So I brought him and I knew all the girls would like love him. He walked in and they were like, holy shit, who's that?
Drooling.
I knew they were drooling. I knew he was going to like rock everyone's world. So yeah, so we went and I was so nervous. I was shaking. My entire body was shaking. So he gave me a little piece of a gummy. I'm not a big drug person, but he's like, just take a little bit. You'll calm down. And I was like, okay, cool. And went in and he's just like, everything's off the table. Whatever you do, you do. Whatever I do, I do. You can kiss somebody. I can sort of guide you along, but this is what it is. So we just like went
she needed guidance.
Yeah, well, it was so funny because no one was getting to the bottom of things. And then the bartender was like, all right, belly button shots. Who's getting started? And he like looked over at me from across the room and pointed to me and he's like, she'll take her clothes off. And I was like, where? And then from there, then on, it was go time.
Okay,
party
I don't even know
started.
who, like, honestly. It was very safe. You have to be safe in those moments. So it's not like an unprotected
No,
thing.
did
So
you
let's
just get
that.
completely butt-ass naked?
Yeah,
or
everyone
did-
had real sexy lingerie on.
That's
So all
what
the
I
girls
was
had heels,
picturing.
lingerie. Yeah, so it was just sort of like that. And then from there, it was just like everything was, whew. I mean, I don't even remember it. It was such a stimulation overload. It's such a blur in my head of what even happened. I remember us being the last 2 there, so I know it was having
You shut that place down.
Shut it down.
I'm shocked. Again.
She's so nervous going into it, and then
Yeah.
she shuts the
I
place
know.
down.
I'm like, we
So,
never
man,
leave. I'm going to live
Pop
here.
the cork on this one. Just
I think I should move in. What do you guys think? No, and then we went back to the hotel, and then we're just intimate with each other, and it was just a beautiful moment because you just are done with all the highs and lows of all that. And it was a great moment, you know. He's still one of my friends. We don't hook up or anything at all, but still touch base every now and then. And don't talk to the people that's party it was at, but yeah, you just create friendships with people that are open. And that's the thing. When you can really, truly be who you are and find your people, your life changes because you can so authentically feel good about the person you are, you know? And that's where I think Buzz is in the middle of finding that. He's had to sort of, I mean, you've done it, but like without being open about it. And now that you
that's
can
what I
just
said
be
before.
who you
know,
are with me,
it's an acceptance
great.
thing. Like I've always known how I behave.
Yeah.
But it was something that you kept and, you know.
Yeah.
And I said to her the other day, I mean, I don't know what this is like technically, but the way I've been feeling lately, I picture it as being like how someone feels when they come out of the closet.
Okay,
A
yeah.
homosexual person finally accepting who they are and getting past the denial about it or the social unacceptability with their family or whatever. And that's kind of the feeling I've had since I started just accept what's real for me.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way when I went through my divorce. I had been so repressed sexually.
Mm-hmm.
My ex was just weird about sex. He rarely wanted to have sex. When he did, it needed to be vanilla sex. He did not want me to talk.
Yeah,
it was
weird.
just very conservative sex, I guess you would say.
I can relate to that 100%.
But that man really got off on banging other chicks behind my back. So I don't know what that was about.
Whoops.
But by the time
Okay.
I finally divorced him and came out of my shell, it just was very freeing.
Yeah.
To be able to be like, okay, I don't have rules about how I perform in the bedroom.
Yeah.
I can
You
do
can
what
be
I
you.
want. I
Yeah.
can explore. I can talk.
And once you were unleashed,
Yes.
The
Yes.
world is your oyster.
Yeah.
Well, somebody unleashed Carrie, and we appreciate that she came in today to share.
I'm so glad to be here. I'm so happy to have met you guys. It's
Yeah.
honestly just the beginning of all of our journeys. So it's just fun to make new friends.
Thank you for coming in, Buzz. How was it? Not too bad?
Are we leaving here
Pretty much
talking?
what
I
I
was like, are we going to
accepted.
fight after this?
I pretty much what I expected. But
We did.
I knew that if you uncorked this one,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh man,
That went by fast.
it does. It goes by really fast. Well, I have a tea time.
Yeah,
gotta
God, you
run.
go play golf. That
Yeah.
a man
sounds
does
amazing.
what a man must do.
A man does. Yeah, he's got to do what he's got to do.
Sounds great.
If you guys want to experience the party like Carey did, again, go to our website, secretsofasugardaddy.com, and hit the party tab, apply now. And, even if you're not available, we'd love to have you join our Patreon, join the family. It really is a family, as you've heard multiple times. When you meet these people, either online or in person, they really do become friends for life. They're genuinely great people.
100%.
Yeah.
Could not agree more.
All right, Lily, anything else?
Nope, I think we covered it all and then some.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of sound bites from this one. This will be fun.
Oh, I hope to come on again. There's
Yeah.
plenty of stories.
All right, we'll have a safe trip back
Thank
up
you.
north.
Thanks.
Buzz.
I guarantee you will come again.
Yeah.
In a few hours.
And in the near future.
And again.
Yeah.
And with that, we're going to say goodbye. Talk to you soon.
Goodbye.
Thanks for joining us. If you'd like to connect or even be on the show, we'd love to hear from you at secretsofasugardaddy.com.